Hi, I am Janak Reddy Dubbaka. Today we are going to explain one important concept from SHM, that is concept of spring problems. So in this session we are going to explain time period of loaded spring. If the spring is cut into different parts, what is the spring constant of each part? And the time period of loaded spring, general formula T is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by k. So in different situations, if number of spring constants are connected, there is a general procedure, but that general procedure is somewhat lengthy one. By using one short trick, we can derive the time period of loaded spring in 1 or 2 steps. Okay, now concepts of spring problems. See here, this is a spring of spring constant k and a load of mass m is attached to this one. If the spring is attached to like this, in these 3 cases, time period T is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by k. Here also the spring constant k. So in these 3 cases, whatever be the position of object is like this, in these 3 cases, the time period of loaded spring T is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by k. See here, these are the 2 objects. These 2 objects are connected with a spring of spring constant k. In this case, say time period T is equal to 2 pi into square root of mu by k. Here mu is nothing but reduced mass, therefore here mu is equal to m1 into m2 by m1 plus m2. So this is the case when 2 bodies are connected with a spring of spring constant k. In that case we have to consider here is only one mass is there, here is only one mass, here also one mass, here also one mass. In that case 2 pi into square root of m by k, but whereas here is 2 masses are connected to the same spring, in that case we have to consider a reduced mass, here reduced mass m1 m2 by m1 plus m2. See here, this is spring of spring constant k, so one end is attached to the fixed wall and there is object of mass m, it is moving with velocity u. In this case, when this block is hit with the spring, what is the maximum compression in the spring? Therefore maximum compression, here x max is equal to u into square root of m by k. X max is equal to u into square root of m by k. So here 2 masses m1 and m2 and connected with a spring of spring constant k. In that one is moving with velocity u. Here also same case, here this object is moving with the velocity u. In these 2 cases, x max, maximum compression, x max is equal to u into only one mass is taken here m by k. When your 2 masses are considered, in this case mu by k, where mu is reduced mass, that becomes m1 m2 by m1 plus m2. Next one, for example, here 2 springs of spring constant k1 and k2. These 2 springs are connected and to the lower end of the combination a mass m is added. This is nothing but the connection of springs, series connection. If the springs are connected like this, this one also series connection. In this series connection, elongation is different. Here elongation E1, here elongation E2, but tension is same. Here also T, here also T. In this case, resultant spring constant are k equivalent. This is nothing but 1 by k equivalent is equal to 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2 and plus so on. If the number of springs are more than 2, then 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2 and so on. When the springs, only 2 springs are connected, in this case 1 by k equivalent is equal to 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2. From this k equivalent is equal to k1 k2 by K1 plus K2. This is equivalent spring constant when springs are connected in series. These two are in series combination. Here K1 and K2, these two are connected like this, or like this, or like this. These three cases the spring is connected in parallel. In parallel combination, elongation is same. Here also elongation E, but tension is different. In this case, K equivalent is equal to K1 plus K2. Therefore, when springs are connected in parallel, a resultant spring constant or K equivalent is equal to K1 plus K2. This is about springs connected in parallel series and a spring connected in parallel. See here, if the spring is cut into two parts of lengths L1 and L2, see here, the spring constant inversely proportional to its length. Therefore, K proportional to 1 by L. Therefore, K into L is equal to constant. K into L is equal to constant means K1 L1, K2 L2, that is equal to K into L. See, for example, if a spring is spring constant K, it is cut into n equal parts. Therefore, n equal parts like this, number of parts. Therefore, each part having spring constant n into K. Therefore, if it is cut into three parts, this part having spring constant 3K, and this one also 3K, and this one also 3K. Therefore, when a spring of a spring constant K, if it is cut into n equal parts, each part having spring constant n into K. So, this is another important one. If the spring is not cut equally, in that case, if the spring is cut into different parts in the ratio n1 is to n2 is to n3, then K1 is equal to total ratio by ratio of the first part into total spring constant. Like that, K2 is equal to total ratio by ratio of second part into total spring constant. See, like that, here K3 also total ratio by ratio of that part into K. So, very important one. Basing on this one, we can go through one problem here. See here, a spring of force constant K is cut into two parts whose lengths are in the ratio 1:2, and the block of mass M is suspended at the end of the combined spring. The period of oscillation of the block is, see here, the springs are connected in the ratio, their lengths are in the ratio L1 by L2 is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore, for first part, spring constant K1 is equal to total ratio 1 plus 2 by ratio of the first part 1 into spring constant of original spring. This becomes 3K. And the second part K2 is equal to total ratio 1 plus 2 by ratio of the second part 2 into spring constant of the original spring. This becomes 3K by 2. Here these springs are connected in parallel. Therefore, K equivalent is equal to K1 plus K2. This becomes K1 is equal to 3K and K2 is equal to 3K by 2. This becomes 9K by 2. This is K equivalent. Now, time period T is equal to 2 pi into square root of M by K equivalent. Therefore, T is equal to 2 pi into square root of M by K equivalent is 9K by 2. This becomes 2M by 9K. This is time period of spring when it is connected into two parts and the two parts are connected in parallel. See here, this is another question. A circular spring of length, natural length L0 is cut and welded with two beads of masses M1 and M2 such that the ratio of the lengths of the springs between the beads is 4:1. If the stiffness of the spring, original spring is K, find the frequency of oscillation of the beads in a smooth horizontal rigid tube. Mass M1 is equal to M, M2 is equal to 3M. Here the springs are spring is cut into in the ratio 4:1. Therefore, here L1 by L2 is equal to 4 by 1. Therefore, the spring constant of first part total ratio 4 plus 1 by ratio of the first part into spring constant K. This becomes 5K by 4, and K2 is equal to total ratio 4 plus 1 and the ratio of the second part 1 into K. This becomes 5K. Here the two springs are connected in parallel, therefore K equivalent is equal to K1 plus K2. Therefore K equivalent is equal to 5K by 4 plus, here it is 5K. This becomes 25K by 4. This is K equivalent. See, here angular frequency omega is equal to general formula K by M. This is a formula for only one spring. Here one load is attached. If there are two loads, therefore omega is equal to, in place of K we have to use K equivalent, M reduced mass mu. Therefore mu is equal to M1 M2 by M1 plus M2. M1 is M, M2 is 3M by total mass 4M. This becomes 3M by 4. This is mu. Then here omega is equal to square root of K equivalent is nothing but 25K by 4. K equivalent 25K by 4. M is 3M by 4. See, 4 gets cancelled. That is equal to 25K by 3M. This is omega, but omega is equal to 2 pi n. Therefore 2 pi n is equal to 25K by 3M. Therefore frequency n is equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of 25K by 3M. This is the frequency. These are the two problems based on when a spring is cut into different parts. Therefore L1 by L2 ratio is given. According to that one we can find out K1 and K2. And another important next section in this part, that is time period of loaded spring due to different spring connections. See, a general time period of simple harmonic motion, T is equal to 2 pi into square root of M by K. Here K is a spring constant that I am taking for SHM, K SHM, or you can take K equivalent also. See here, for first one we have to derive in this case what is the time period, general procedure. After that we can apply the short trick. So here for general procedure, this is the spring and this is one pulley is connected like this. Here is a mass M. When this mass is pulled downwards and released, it is oscillating. What is its time period? See here, if this mass is pulled down by X, in this spring I am taking elongation X dash. This end is connected to fixed support, therefore in this case elongation is 0. Therefore here X dash is equal to X1 plus X2 by 2. So this is the concept we already noticed in laws of motion. Therefore X dash is equal to, X1 is this end, elongation 0, X2 is this block is pulled downwards X, and by 2. Therefore X dash is equal to X by 2. In this elongation is X by 2, therefore restoring force or spring force in upward direction, that is K into X. Therefore K into X is X by 2. This is Kx by 2. Therefore this block is at equilibrium. Therefore in downward direction this becomes Kx by 4. Here also Kx by 4. On this block of mass M, this is the force kx by 4 is acting towards the mean position. This is nothing but a restoring force. Therefore, restoring force we can write down F is equal to minus kx by 4. So, minus indicates that this force is acting towards mean position opposite to the displacement. F is equal to minus kx by 4. If you compare this one, F is equal to minus k SHM into x. When you compare these two, therefore k SHM is nothing but k SHM is nothing but k by 4. Then time period is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by k SHM. Therefore, t is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by, here k SHM is k by 4. This is 4m by k. This is the general method to derive time period of a spring, a loaded spring, and different springs are connected like this. This is somewhat lengthy calculations, but by using one simple technique or short trick, we can find out a time period in only 1 or 2 steps. The short trick is 1 by KSHM is equal to coefficient of tension square by spring constant. This is the short trick. 1 by KSHM is equal to coefficient of tension square by spring constant. Here is our answer is T is equal to 2 pi into square root of 4m by k. We derived in general method, and we can derive the same answer with short trick. See, by using short trick here is the block. In this string, tension T upwards and also tension T downwards. Here also tension T. This is an equilibrium. Therefore, here tension 2T. Now, I am applying short trick here. 1 by K SHM is equal to coefficient of tension square. Here tension coefficient is 2 square by spring constant. For this spring, what is the spring constant? K. Therefore, this becomes 4 by K. Therefore, here K SHM is equal to K by 4. Now, time period T is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by K SHM. What is KHM? K by 4. Therefore, 4m by K. See, in 2 steps, we can directly derive this time period. See, in initial stage also it is 2 pi into square root of 4m by k. By using the short trick also, t is equal to 2 pi into square root of 4m by k. So, here the short trick is 1 by KSHM is equal to coefficient square by spring constant. Here I am taken only one spring. If there are 2 springs are there, then plus another spring, coefficient of tension square by spring constant. Like that we can find out. Okay, we are going to apply the short trick for this problem. See here. In this case, here is the tension T. Therefore, this block is in equilibrium. Therefore, downward forces, upward force are equal. This is T. Therefore, here must be T by 2. Here also T by 2. Now, 1 by K SHM is equal to coefficient of spring. Here T 1 by 2. This becomes 1 by 2 whole square by spring constant is K. This becomes 1 by 4K. Therefore, K SHM is equal to 4K. Therefore, time period T is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by K SHM, that is 4K. See, we can directly find out the time period by using short trick. So, next then we can move to the next problem. See here. Here also one spring, there are two pulleys. So here is the block of mass m. When it is pulled downwards, it is oscillating with the time period. Where the block is attached, there we have to consider the tension T. In this case, tension T. Here also tension T. This is in equilibrium, therefore this becomes 2T. Therefore here also 2T. But here this becomes 4T. Therefore 1 by K SHM is equal to, at this spring coefficient of tension is 4, therefore 4 square by K, this becomes 16 by K, therefore K SHM is equal to K by 16, then time period 2 pi into square root of m by K SHM, K SHM is K by 16, this is 16 m by K. See, in this case here two springs are connected, but each spring of spring constant K. So here is the block, this is the tension T here. This pulley is in equilibrium, therefore here also T, this becomes T by 2 and this becomes T by 2. Therefore this becomes 1 by K SHM is equal to, at this spring tension is T, therefore coefficient is 1, therefore 1 square by K. And at this spring tension is T by 2, coefficient is 1 by 2, therefore 1 by 2 whole square, its spring constant is K. Therefore 1 by K SHM is equal to 1 by K plus 1 by 4K. This becomes 1 by K SHM is equal to, here 1 by K common, this becomes 1 plus 1 by 4, this becomes 1 by K SHM is equal to 5 by 4K. Therefore K SHM is equal to 4K by 5. Therefore time period T is equal to 2 pi into square root of m by K SHM. Here K SHM is 4K by 5. This is 5m by 4K. Like this we can find out the time period. See here. Here are three springs are given. Each of this one is spring constant K1, K2, K3 like this. Here is spring constant K1, this is K2 and this one is K3. So where the block is connected, there I have considered the tension T. Therefore here also tension T, here also tension T. Therefore this becomes 2T. Therefore here also 2T, here also 2T. This becomes 4T. Therefore 1 by K SHM is equal to, from this spring here tension is T, coefficient is 1, therefore 1 square by K1 plus, at this spring tension is 2T, coefficient is 2, 2 square by K2, and like that here is tension is 4T, 4 square by spring constant K3. Therefore 1 by K SHM is equal to 1 by K1 plus 4 by K2 plus 16 by K3. See, from this find out K SHM, and after that substitute in this formula 2 pi into square root of m by K SHM. So with this we can find, by using short trick we can find out the time period. How many number of strings are given, don't bother, but the procedure is, where this block is connected, at that block take tension T and goes on like that, and we can find out time period by using a short trick. The short trick is 1 by K SHM is equal to coefficient of tension square by spring constant. Okay, with this we finished one important topic from simple harmonic motion. Thank you.